Hi, it's Anne-Marie Segal. I'm doing another video in honor of my second edition of Master the Interview. Today, I wanted to talk about something that I just actually spoke about in Italian. I'll put the link below. It's going to hopefully be much smoother when I do it in English. Um, this morning, I had talked to a client about interviews. She's done 5 or 6 interviews in the last bit of time in the last few months. And she was talking about how, you know, what she wants to present isn't always the questions that she's asked. The stories that she tells are starting to feel a little old to her. Um, so a lot of things that she's starting to feel like, ugh, this is a huge long process of interviewing. This sucks. I don't want to do this. And I was, she started out our conversation saying, should we speak in Italian? So I threw out some Italian, ciao bella, parliamo italiano. Um, and so when we got to this point later in our prep, I said, when we started the conversation, we were talking about Italian. And now I can tell you that the same process that I'm going through to learn Italian, well, it's not the same, but it's an analogy. I think I said metaforo in Italian, but it's really an analogy um, for what you need to go through in an interview. And so what I mean by that is this. I need to practice the same words over and over and over and over and over. Gioia. No, I said it wrong again. Gioia. Um, there's lots of words that have multiple vowels, for example. Um, yeah, there was this word. Gioia. Joy. Now that I have to say it, I'm not going to be able to say it.
Gioiello.
Gioiello. Ah, gioiello. So it's Gioiello. Gioiello. Oh my God. I put myself on the spot here because I wasn't planning to say that word. Um, I thought about it because I had been at home recently and I saw the Jewel, which is this grocery store in Chicago. Um, Gioiello is how you say jewel in Italian. And even though over and over again, I've learned to pronounce this, it could be that I mess up one time. Had not planned it, but there you go. It's the same with interviewing. You're going to stumble, you're going to hit little roadblocks, speed bumps, whatever you'd like to call them. And you need to get past them and keep going. And it's the same with Italian, again, by analogy. I go back and look at Italian videos that I've done months ago and I say, oh my God, I knew that word because now I can't pull it up if I wanted to. You have to be really current on whatever material you're planning to present about yourself. You have to really know your value proposition, all the things I talk about in other videos. But you also need to find a way to make it authentic in the moment and not sound rehearsed. You need to find a way to, as a client said to me recently, a different client, get your mojo. She's been on many interviews and it's like, is this ever going to hit? Am I ever going to get the job? And what I said to her is, it's not always about just the preparation and being prepared and more and more and more. That's like if I were, again, for the Italian analogy, just studying grammar over and over or studying vocabulary over and over and never going out and just having a good time with it. No, divertente, like fun, right? This is fun. Italiano è divertente. I mean, that's the point of learning the language in the first place. I happen to have the advantage of learning Italian because I find it cool and interesting. I don't need it for a job. But we tend to lose some of that joy in our lives when we take something so seriously. And I'm not suggesting you don't take your job search and interviewing seriously, but you've got to find a way to take that passion that you feel about life and channel it into the interviewing process, channel it into making yourself feel and look and sound like a compelling candidate, because nobody wants to hire someone that sounds like they've lost their mojo, and you will probably sound like it if that's how you feel. So I don't know what will bring that back for you. I don't know what in your particular circumstance is going to make those speed bumps feel like ba-dum, ba-dum, and then you can just keep going down the road. Hopefully you didn't hurt your car along the way, but it's not significantly slowing you down over the long term. The same way, learning a language, you're going to hit plateaus. You're going to hit times where you're like, am I really making any progress here? Well, yes, but you have to look at it over the long term. In your job search and interviewing, you need to be looking at it over the long term. I've gone on 5 interviews and none of them have stuck. Might just mean you need more interviews. You need to be working your network, working whatever you can, recruiters, thinking about different ways to get into jobs. And that's obviously another topic, but shaking the trees, if you will, trying to really get more interviews. And then doing the more interviews. And then sometimes there's just something that you need to tweak just a little bit that will help you get somebody to not just make you the runner-up, or not just make you on the short list, or not just make you one of the ones out of the many and sometimes thousands. And remember that there might be thousands of applicants for a job. So already getting to the one of the ones that gets the interview, I mean, that's an accomplishment in itself that we also forget about. Just like there's many thousands of people that want to learn Italian, and the fact that you are actually doing it and making progress on it puts you ahead of the pack, right? So the fact that you're getting the interviews, remember, that is a positive. Maybe there's something, as I said, that you just need to tweak, or maybe you just need to get some more of that passion in there to feel and look and sound happy. You're the one with all the soft skills. You're going to be collaborative, and you're going to be, you're going to have the right, je ne sais quoi, French word. You're going to have the right, I don't know what, that's going to make you the right fit for that role. And if you really read into the job description and you do what you can to learn about the company, you'll know what that is. Hopefully. I mean, some job searches are, sometimes it's very opaque. That might be a red flag for you, actually. But most cases, you really, if you start to dig around, you know what they're looking for, and you know if you're a good match. And then you just need to figure out how to bring that out, how to show that, and how to bring it out of yourself by finding it in yourself in the first instance. So, Italiano. I had to learn the word today, colloquio. I had to learn it again because I already knew it, the word for job interviews, while I was recording the video in Italian this morning. But yes, one aspect of mastering the interview, really just persistence, and looking at it over the long term. Because your job, your ideal job, is there, and you only need one. At least you only need one at a time. So go out there and find it.